Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to continue to dive into Revenue Cloud to see how it can help automate your business. In this video, we'll explore how to effectively sum values from quote line items based on their group within Salesforce Revenue Cloud. In Salesforce Revenue Cloud, grouping and summing quote line items is essential for accurate pricing and streamlined sales processes. This is achieved through the transaction line editor, sometimes referred to as the TLE, and using quote line item groups. To sum values from quote line items onto a group in Revenue Cloud, you can use the grouping feature that is in the upper right-hand corner of the transaction line editor. You will find this by navigating to a quote and then going to the tab called Lines. Let's take a deeper look at the steps needed to do manual grouping on a quote. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the button Add Group. By clicking this, it will group the quote lines that are already on the quote into a group. You will also see that you have the ability to edit the name and description so that you can help identify this group apart from other groups. If you want to move lines to a different group, you can select on the left-hand side the checkboxes, all the line items that you wish to move. And then click the drop-down and you will find the option to move selected lines. This will allow you to move these lines to a different group. Now let's take a look at some ways we could automate the grouping of our quote lines. The most straightforward way to identify groups is to create a custom field directly on the quote line object. For example, you could create a field called Group Name, and this field would allow you to assign each individual line item to a specific category. Some examples would be hardware, software licenses, professional services. This field could be a simple text field or it could be a pick list. We would then navigate to that column in our transaction line editor. You would click the drop down and click Group By. A group name is automatically added based on the data in the column, but you can edit the group name and description as needed. To return to your default quote line view, use the Ungroup button on the transaction line editor header. Some options you could also explore is creating quote line groups on creation of a quote. This can be done through a simple flow that creates these items, and then you can assign products to them. By effectively using grouping, you can enhance the clarity of your quotes, streamline the quoting process, and make it easier for sales reps to navigate and understand the quotes that they are creating. Next up, let's discuss how we can sum up the values of these quote lines. Once our quote line items are categorized, we can use Salesforce roll-up summary fields. These fields are defined on the parent object, so in our case, the quote. They allow you to sum, count, find the min or max or average of values from related child records. In our case, that would be our quote lines. To get totals for each group that we've created, we will need to create a separate roll-up summary field. For example, you might need to create a total hardware price and a total software price field on your quote. When we configure these roll-up summaries, we'll need to specify the field that we want to roll up. We could roll up the sales price or the list price, whatever our use case is. What is very important to remember, this is where if we use our custom field that we specify on the quote line, the different groups, we'll be able to use that as a filter in our roll-up summary fields so that the totals correctly reflect each group. Next up, we need to make these group totals visible. Right now, in Revenue Cloud's current state, we are currently limited on fields that we can add to each quote line group's header. We will simply add these roll-up summary fields to our quote page layout. We can organize them in separate sections to provide a clear subtotal for each category. In conclusion, by using a custom group field on our quote line items, or by manually creating groups, combined with Salesforce roll-up summary fields on the quote, we can effectively sum values into groups to get subtotals on our quote. This significantly enhances the clarity and the professionalism of your quotes. Thank you for watching and taking time to learn how Revenue Cloud can help transform your business. I hope that you found this information valuable. For more information, continue to watch our videos on Revenue Cloud or visit us at solved.cloud. We would love to help you find a way to automate your business. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.